Hello, hello, hello. I'm not organized for nothing tonight. Hello, hello, hello. Who's coming in here to join the show tonight? What are you? My nappy head. What's up, Mr. Hodge? How you doing tonight, buddy? Hello, hello, hello. Got 5 people in. 1 thumbs up. Everybody say hello. Mr. Cunningham, how you doing tonight? Joe Buck, hadn't seen you in a while, buddy. Come on in the cabin. Last Lane 88, hello. Welcome to the feed. I hear you, Trey. Give me a holler if I'm out there on the water. We'll hook up one day down there, buddy. Can't never tell. Chunky Cat's in the house. Got some new faces, some old faces. Mr. Big Nasty's in the house, too. Ooh. Y'all come on in. We're going to say, go ahead and say, God bless America, everybody, and God bless each and every one of you. You're going to be staying at Ebenezer Park. Okay. Y'all going to be doing some bank fishing down there? What's up, Richard? Catfish therapy, Jimmy. Tell you what, there's a big fish put on a boat today down on Lake Wiley. Mr. Big Nasty seen it. That fish is every bit 60 plus pounder. I wouldn't be scared to say it wasn't bumping 70. Big, big fish. Big fish. One of these days, guys, one of these days, Patriot Cat's going to get on them. Lightning bugs in the house. Come on in here, Tracy. Ooh, yeah, that was a big fish. I'm glad to see Lake Wiley starting to put some big fish out there. You figured, what's up, twerking monkey? In the last 3 weeks, I put a 35. Dieter's put a 40. This guy put a 60 plus. Kentucky's in the house. And I'm sure there's been some other fish caught. Trey, I don't know the guy's name. I think his name was Pat. All I know, I don't think he's got a Facebook page or a YouTube. Big fish. Big fish. I don't have no way to show y'all a picture. Well, maybe. No, I don't have no way to show y'all a picture, I don't think. Pat Beaver. I don't know if I can show it or not. Let's see. I'm going to try to show it, guys. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. That's the fish that come out of Lake Wiley today. So if y'all can see that, that's a big old fish. Big old fish. Who's in here? Team Wampus Cat. Be safe going home, buddy. PD's in the house. Junior Proctor's in the house. Oh, we got a crowd coming in. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, that was a big old fish there, guys. I'm glad to see that Wiley's putting it up. Mark Turner's in the house. PD, yeah. Just a tip. Come on in here, guys. Let's keep them numbers on up here. That's what I love to see. Oh, let me get my coffee mug turned around here. Yeah, we got a little bit of stuff to go over tonight. I've been busy this week, and really, I let it slip my mind because of so much other stuff going on that I did not really make a big plan for tonight. What's up, Ryan Outdoors? Glad you could come in here. Dustin Smith. Justin Fishing Fetish. Boy, the crowds are rolling. Big Nasty, that big fish is dragging them in here, ain't it? One of these days, guys, I'm just looking to break the 50-pound mark. My biggest is 44. So I'm looking to break the 50-pound mark this year, guys. I'm going to ask each one of you. Put in here what your goal is for today, for this year, a big fish. You're looking for the 70. There you go. Come on, guys. Let me hear what your goal is for this year as far as big fish. We all chase them. He'll take a 30. What's up, Jordan? Good to see you in here. A 6-foot guard. There you go. Maybe 20 in Philly. Looking to break a 30. There you go. Maurice is in the house. I know, Richard. That's what we do. But I know you got a goal you want to break. River base 20 plus. There you go, a 40-pound carp. That would be fun, buddy. That would be fun. That's what me and Wampus Cat was just talking about. I was down there the night. The 88-pounder was caught on Wiley. Matthew Anthony's in the house, a 70 plus. Matthew, son, you already put some pigs in the boat. There you go. 160-pound blue. That's bigger than you, PD. I will tell you, and I've just seen some guys in here, and and they are perfectly right. What's up, Rico? You're 207. I'm 210. 5-pound brim. You got that right. You got that right, buddy. I love the big old shell cracker, gold bluegill. That's bull. I seen one a long time ago caught underneath the 85 bridge on Lake Wiley. I was bank fishing. We used to park on the side of I-85, walk down underneath the bridge. And there was some people down there fishing. And this little old young boy had caught a shell cracker. And guys, you know me, I'd soon die as to lie to you. This boy had caught a shell cracker that his daddy had to bend the fish to get it to slide into the top of a 5-gallon bucket. All I had was $20 in my pocket. I offered to buy that fish. No, that fish become a turd. That's sad, because that's the biggest shell cracker, brim, whatever you want to call it, I've ever seen in my life. And I've caught some 2 and 2.5, 3-pound brim, but never seen nothing like that. But it become a turd. I tried my best to buy that fish. If I'd had $40 in my pocket, I'd have tried to buy it. Who's that? Who's on your number, Justin? Yeah, just send me, whoever it is, just send me a private message on Messenger or whatever. As I pull a muscle in my neck, it's driving me crazy. Okay, Big Dasty, I'll do that. I'll get it to you. I sure will. But yeah, guys, I guess when we say monsters, it's really relevant to the waters that you fish. God, we up to 28 people, everybody. Scotty Hill's in the house. Made it 30. If we make 40 again tonight, we'll roll her 2 times, guys. And I want to ask that. Peel and drag. Peel and drag as a hog put on the boat today on Lake Wiley, buddy. A hog. 60 plus pound. I'd say pushing 70. Peeling hogs. There you go. Bill Wrights is in the house. What I want to ask on the wheel. Most everybody's in here that's on the wheel right now. I hear you, Dustin. Uh, Appreciate it, Jordan. If everybody that's on the wheel right now, do you want to stay on the wheel? If you do, everybody that's on there, you got PD, you got Bottom Dollar, which Bottom Dollar is not in here tonight so far. You got Kentucky Catman, you got Just a Tip, me, and Justin Fishing Fetish. Does everybody want to stay on the wheel? Ryan, I'll go over the wheel in just a second, because we do have quite a few new guys in here. Justin, you want to stay on the wheel? Kentucky Catman says yes. If you don't want to stay on the wheel, please let me know. All right, what the wheel is, guys, I'll start ease you into it. What the wheel is all of us as fishermen do some kind of DIY to help ourselves out, to maybe to save a little money, or just to try something new, to try to figure out a gadget or something that might help us in our fishing adventures. So during the YouTuber tournament, one of the big things that went over great was some of the DIY stuff that was donated for the tournament. So what I've done, the wife had a wheel, a little prize wheel. It had 6 spots on it. And I asked everybody that was in here who wanted to take a spot on the prize wheel to do a DIY project. Kentucky and Justin, these are yours. They going out first thing in the morning. They are finished. I've got them all done and ready. They will be mailed out first thing in the morning. But this is my DIY catfish bobber that I made. Kentucky Catman and Justin Fishing Fetish won these on the spin of the wheel. We do a spin of the wheel once a week. If we hit 40 people, we'll do it twice. Last week, Lightning Bug asked a question for the name, the 13 colonies, American trivia. And Lightning Bug, I forgot all about doing that and finding out doing another one. So if you can think up another one tonight, we'll let it ride too. But anyway, we'll do a prize wheel. I'll spin it, and then I'll do a random out of the people in chat, and then we'll spin the prize wheel, and whoever's name it lands on, I appreciate it, Tracy. Whoever's name it lands on is the one that actually mails that person the DIY project that they make. Like I've made bobbers. Let me turn this down. I make some bobbers. Justin Fishing Fetish, he makes drifting weights. Kentucky Catman's made a homemade knife. And I think Bottom Dollar makes drifting weights. PD makes drifting weights, but he also makes a few other things. So it's just that right there. So, you know, next month I'm going to ask for more volunteers, and we'll kind of switch it up a little bit. Justin's been hit a couple times. PD's been hit one. Kentucky's waiting to give his away, so maybe we can give that knife away tonight. But that's what the wheel is about. It's just to have a little fun, to do a little DIY, to share a little bit of our ingenuity as fishermen. Because like my catfish bobber's a little bit different. I use Coca-Cola bottles as the insert, and you can use the whisker sticks inside of this. It switches in, locks in place. But all the other bobbers that's out there on the market, you have to use, hold up a second. I got another DIY I'm working on. I might expose it tonight a little bit. On the other ones, you've got to put a sinker slide on your line and leave it. But on my catfish bobbers, the sinker slide is actually on the bobber itself, and you do not have to leave it hanging on your line all the time. All you got to do is, all you have to do is put a barber stop and an extra bead on your line, and you can leave that on there all the time. It does not interfere with any of your casting, your fishing. If you fish other ways, it does not interfere with that. Actually, you can use the barber stop. Actually helps out a lot when you're throwing big baits, because if you ever notice, when you throw big baits, sometimes when you cast real hard, that bait will actually outrun your sinker, and your sinker will slide up. Who declared, "Give me liberty or give me death"? Who declared, "Give me liberty or give me death"? That is the question of the night. The first one to come up with that answer will win a spin on the wheel. Who declared, "Give me liberty or give me death"? Let me get ready for the names, guys. That's the trivia question of the night. Patrick Henry. There you go. Who won that? PD? PD? Patrick Henry, Lincoln, Hamilton. There you go. All right, PD. Here we go. Let me grab the wheel. How'd that go? PD's on a roll. All righty. Let's see here. All right, guys. This is PD for the trivia question. Ready, guys? Jim, we're going to start it off. Oh, PD, you can't win your own prize. All right, PD. I guess you hit on mine, buddy. Let me write this down. PD hit the trivia. That was pretty cool. Thank you, Lightning Bug, for the answer. For the question on there, buddy. Well, there it is. All right, PD, I'll make you another set. They'll be on the way, buddy. What's up, fishing and stuff? We up to 32. You going to bed, Big Nasty? It will get harder. Lightning Bug said they will get harder. Junior, I thank you for coming in tonight, buddy. I really do. I appreciate that. See you later, Big Nasty. We'll give you a holler sometime tomorrow or something. Trivia. He won it from me. Okay. Lightning Bug, you caught me in mid-sentence. Oh, I was talking about the prize wheel. So that's how the prize wheel goes, guys. That's new in here. So starting April 1, I will ask for new volunteers to give, like Justin and the people that's done a giveaway. That's done a giveaway on here. Then we will add some new people in their place and give them a break. Give me just a second. Give me just a second, guys. I'm back. So we'll do that. And Richard, at the end of this month, are you still wanting to do that? Wait a minute. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, I spin and he wins. You hate catfish, but I'm here anyway. Oh, come on, man. Everybody loves a good old catfish. They're good to eat and they're fun to catch, especially them big ones. All right, guys. So that's how the prize wheel goes next month. But Richard, I meant to ask you, are you still wanting to do the end of the month drawing? All right, Richard, appreciate it. All right, guys, at the end of the month, which will be, at the end of the month, we do a big drawing. Richard's actually wanted to set up the drawing for the end of the month, which is a bigger prize. And what he's done, he's yeah, I wish. He's wanting he put together a small tackle box with some of the items that he uses that he uses to fish for catfish. It's not a big giant prize, but it is a prize of hooks, sinkers, line, whatever he chooses to put in there for somebody to get started or to add to their collection of stuff to fish with. And Richard, I appreciate the offer on that guy. I really do. All right. I wrote a few things down I wanted to ask y'all tonight. It's bigger than plankton. He's not allowed on the end of the month drawing. Y'all guys are funny. All right. Let's see. Fishing report from y'all guys. I haven't heard anything from none of y'all, so if any of you been fishing lately, please let me know what your waters are doing. Hopefully by next week you can PM me or put it in the comments below this if you need to. Just please give me a fishing report of your local lakes or wherever that you fish, whether it's bass, crappie, brim, catfish, whatever. Yeah, big catfish caught on Wiley today. So please send them to me so we can get the information out to those. You heard that water is flowing, but it's down. Oh, I hear you. Y'all guys are hilarious. So if you could help me, that's what I want to do. Water's cold, carp not biting. Pulling and a pushing. No doubt. Yeah, so I'm going to do that at the end of the month, and I appreciate it. I'm going to post up a few other places, try to get some people actually to come in and give me some stuff to do a good fishing report. And I like to be able to do it every month to get out this report because, I mean, y'all travel. Y'all guys do a lot of traveling, and if you might be going to a lake that somebody gives me a report, then that might help you out for your next fishing trip. Caught 12 crappie last Thursday, but it was slow. Where's you at on Moss? Yeah, we thought you ain't even had time to get on Wiley. Y'all use on Norman fishing and stuff. Yeah, it's we went to Moss the other week and we marked tons of crappie. We just could not get them to bite. In fact, we caught 4 that day, and I caught the largest crappie I ever caught. It was probably ever bit 2 pound. Biggest crappie I've ever caught. But that being said, we expected to really slaughter them that day and just couldn't. I mean, we marked tons of them, but they just wasn't there. And like I said, I was giving a shout out to the guy that caught the big 60+ pounder today on Wiley. I asked, what states do we have in here? Everybody that's in here, what state are you in? We're losing a few people, but that's people got to go to bed, got to take care of kids. I know Kentucky's in Kentucky, PD's Fishing Stuff's North Carolina, Dustin's in South Carolina, Ohio, Tennessee, South Kakalaki, Northern Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky, Louisiana, long way from NC, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. Maurice, I was wondering where you was from. You from Cleveland, Tennessee. I'll be in Tennessee for a month. There you go. New York, Florida, New York. You all over the place, ain't you, Steve? Well, that helps each and every one of us know a little bit about each other, where we're from, what area that we fish in, and that's kind of the reason I'm asking that. You a snowbird. Yeah, my wife's uncle, they live in Minnesota, and they go to Florida every year. His wife's health was in pretty bad shape this year, so they didn't get to go south this year, and he's hating that. That cold weather and all the snow they've had has been keeping him in the house. Virginia is in the house. There you go. Chunky Cat does pretty good up there in Virginia. Got a beautiful background of the Washington Monument in his background, flying the old flag too. And guys, don't forget to do that. Put Old Glory on your boat. There you go. Yeah, fly Old Glory on your boat, please, guys. And if you're on the bank fishing, stick you up a little flag or whatever you want. Just make sure you're flying Old Glory. That veteran John that fished with us during the tournament, he got on Jeff Manning's boat. He flies Old Glory. I gave him a flag about, I guess, 4, 5, 6 months ago. I met him down at Allison Creek boat landing and gave him the flag, and he flies it every time he fishes off the bank. And that's just, you know, he's a veteran himself. And if any veterans are in here tonight, new or old, I want to thank you. He didn't like your flag. PD, what's up? No. The state of Virginia, Kentucky. I think Virginia's taking a break right now off of YouTube and Facebook and stuff. What's up, Glenn? Glenn's in the house. He's from North Carolina. He hit you in the face with it. Yeah, I seen that twerking. Yep, I seen that, buddy. And that's all the respect for everybody that does fly it. I want to thank you. It's the American way, PD. Wake him up there, Richard. Wake him up. He must have been falling asleep on the job. All right, guys. Give me a second. I'm getting ready to cut some lights out. I'm going to show you something that I'm working on, but I'm not going to show you the whole thing. But it's a DIY project, and I need to ask some opinions on this. So give me just a second. Just 1 second. Junior's back in the house. Getting ready to get a little dark in here, guys, but I've got something to show you that I've been working on. But I don't want to show it in broad light because I'm not through with this project. But I want you to tell me if it's a product, it's a bobber, if it's a product that you would purchase yourself. This is my new bobber I've come up with. And that's all I'm going to show you. That's all I can show you right now until I get all the logistics figured out on it. So did y'all see that? Did y'all happen to see the bobber? I do not want to show it too much. I can't tell, won't tell, but would y'all purchase a product? I'm making them in red, white, and blue. You can bet you on that one. I mean, I know everybody likes these kind of bobbers, but and they look cool with a lightning bug or a whisker stick in them. But I wanted something that could glow big time. If it's cheap enough. That's exactly some of the logistics that I'm working out to find out if it's something that I do want to produce, or if it's just a DIY that I want to produce and maybe give away or sell a few of them just to get out there. It will have a sinker slide on the bobber itself. So, like I said with my other one, the only thing that you got to put on your line is a bobber stop and an extra bead. And that's what I'm going for. I got to work out a lot of things, how I want to do it. I want to be able to do it where I can use multiple lights in it. So if you got whisker sticks and you like whisker sticks, you can use them. If you got lightning bugs, you like them, you can use them. If you got either or, depends on which one you want to use. And there's other lights out there. That's why I got to work out a few things. I want to make it where all the lights that are produced today can be used in it at the same time. All right, Kentucky, we'll do that then. I'm trying to look at the comments. I missed some comments. Yeah, you know, and if that's going to be probably the hardest thing to figure out, is because of the different designs, is how I might end up having to make an insert that can be changed out. But you don't want to have too many moving parts that people will lose, drop. That takes away from the whole concept of all in one. So, you know, that's just like, you know, Lightning Bus coming out with hers. I'm sure that they worked on them things for a long time before they ever started bringing it to market. And that's what I'm going to do. And I mean, I talked with Tracy about it yesterday, and whether it would be worth even bringing to the market, or is it just something that I'm going to pass along the idea to everybody on here that can do it themselves. But it's one of them things that I'm scared if I do, then somebody will run with it and they'll make their little bit of money. And I'll sit back and say, well, you know, I should have pursued it. So that's why I'm not really showing exactly what I've done, how I done it, until I decide whether to pursue it or not to pursue it. But I wanted to ask y'all's opinion first. Y'all the ones that come in here, you support my channel, and I thank you greatly for that. And your opinion is appreciated, and it is took to heart. Let me get back on here so I can get this thing, I can get this spinner where it needs to be. What time is it, guys? I don't even have a clue what time it is. And I talked to Mr. James Burke day before yesterday. I'll call you, Richard. All right, dang sure will. 8:34. But I talked to Mr. James Burke yesterday, or the day before, one of the two, and White Life's in the house. What's going on, Jake? Welcome to the party. We're just sitting talking junk, aggravating PD a little bit. He's always hitting the prize wheel, so that's how he gives away so much stuff. He goes in there on all his channel and wins stuff, don't he? But yeah, it's But anyway, James told me that my rod and the 2 rods for the next tournament coming up will be in the mail this week. And as soon as the rods come in, y'all will be the first. I'll go live and do an opening of the crate or the tube. He sends them in a big old tube. I will open them up live for y'all to see the brand new tournament rods that's coming in. They basically going to look like last year's tournament rods. Or this year's tournament rods, I'm sorry. This year's tournament rods, they're going to look pretty much the same, except I sent him some of the little pins that all of us wore at the tournament, the little metal pins, and he incorporated them pins into the rods for the tournament. I thought that was great of him to do that. So if any of you do have Facebook, please go on James Burt's channel, check him out, check out his rods. He's got some very nice rods. I usually don't advertise, guys, for anybody. I don't allow advertisement on my Facebook page, but this guy does a lot for the veterans. He does a lot for the catfish community, fishing community, all in a whole, and he does donate 2 rods to our tournament. So I will give him a shout out for that. And I've got me a reel waiting on my new rod, just waiting on that new rod. I went out and bought me Abu 6500 CS Rocket. Pro Rocket. I got the Andy blue line on it. Blue reel. Just waiting. What's up, John? I don't have a clue, John, about any of that, about the skipjacks down that far. I don't have a clue. You daggum right, mono guys. I got braid on one of them bass rods, and it sounds like it's cut that thing apart. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it because it don't have no stretch, but I don't like just the way it sounds coming through the eyes. And that rod's got daggum high dollar eyes on it. So it's actually, that rod I got actually got Fuji eyes on it. Yeah, I know a lot of people do. I just don't like the way it sounds cutting through there. I don't. I run it for years. When I bass fished, it was I used back then I used the spider wire, and dang near cut my finger off when I first put it on there, because I didn't know it was that daggum that thin a line. I mean, it felt thin, but, and me being a worm fisherman, I was a line filler too. Well, when you set a hook on about a 4-pound largemouth and you got your finger on that line, it'll cut it slam to the freaking bone. To the bone. But I think it's all depends on what mono you use too. Spider wire back then, Kentucky was the only braid line that actually had come out with. It was the junk back then. Now, nowadays, I don't have a clue. I don't know. That one rod I got, I put Power Pro on there. So, I don't know. I didn't know which one to put on it. And a couple guys said they run it, and they run the Power Pro. So, that's what I used. And, I mean, I can understand it does cast good. But I think if you go with a higher quality mono, you get a lot less stretch out of it. I'm starting to, Dieter uses Andy. A lot of guys use Andy, and Jeff uses Andy, and so that's what I'm changing my rods over is to Andy. I'll still use the big game for my leaders. Use 50-pound big game for my leaders, but I think it's all in the quality of line that you use. I hear a lot of guys using that slime line or whatever. Andy Monster. That's what we got. That's what I got, Jeff. actually, Wampus Cat ordered a big spool, and he spooled all of his 7,000s in it, and he had enough left on the spool that he was allowing me to get my reel spooled with it. I'm gonna buy me a spool to do the rest of my reels in. I like the way the feel of it, real low memory. Joe Buck's back in the house. Yeah, I mean, eyes has come a long ways since then. You know, back when the braid first come out, and all you had was spider wire, and then there was a few more that come out. I can't remember the names. They're not even on the market anymore. It would cut the eyes. I mean, a good bass fishing, if you bass fish 3 to 4 days a week like I used to do, sometimes 5, eventually you would start getting grooves in your eyes from that spider wire. It would cut it. And it really depends on the eyes you get now. I mean, like the rod I got on there, it's in Fuji eyes, and they got some kind of try something that's in the eyes that would make them super hard. Thank you, Jeff, for coming in the house. I got a couple questions to ask you tomorrow. I'll give you a holler about another boat landing somebody was telling me about on up the Lake Wiley. Yeah, the ceramic guys are good. They're just bad about breaking out. That's all we had back then. Yeah, that's what I put on that rod was the Power Pro. A couple guys up at the Bass Shack was telling me that's what they use is the Power Pro. Sorry guys, that daggone muscle's killing me. So that's what I got to put on it. I'll put 20-pound test on it. It's my old Quantum bass rod and reel, but I'm using it for catfishing because I want to put a monster on the boat with that rod, just for poops and giggles. Big Mama's in the house. Come on in the house. I know it would be a blast to catch a hog with that rod and reel. It just would. So, is it 15 till yet, ladies and gentlemen? Is it 15 till yet? There you go. All right, getting close. You know the old rod and reel guys that you see me fishing with, the old pin reel, it's my grandpa's rod and reel. But you won't be seeing it on the boat for a little bit. I'm redoing the reel and I'm gonna redo the rods. James Burks actually, I ordered some eyes to go on it. The old eyes on that rod was shot. The end eye had done been soldered back together or whatever. I'm gonna tear it apart, redo the rod, the wooden handle and everything myself, and put new eyes on it. And I ordered me a roller tip to go on the end of that rod just to make it look good. It's an old saltwater boat rod that, you know, it's flimsy fiberglass, but I think it'd look pretty cool with a roller tip on it. All right, well, we got everybody in here. Tournament at Hills Landing. There you go. Kentucky Catman said he wants his name drawn straight off without having to spin the wheel. There you go, Jeff. You got that right. Family first, buddy. Let me get this wheel a spinning. This 15 till, and we'll see where we land. And fishing with Big Nasty. Fishing with Big Nasty. Jeff, you need to get a hold of Kentucky Catman or Kentucky Catman. I'll get y'all's information however you want to do it. But Big Nasty, you won from Kentucky Catman. Let me write this down so I don't lose track of this. Congratulations, Jeff. Congratulations. Just get a hold of me, Jeff. Give me a call tomorrow, and I'll get you his information, his number. You think you got his number? Okay. If you don't, Jeff, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you in a text here in just a minute. If you don't, Kentucky, let me know. I'll go ahead and text it to him anyway. I'll text him. So the wife must be selling a bunch of clothes. She done been sending me all kind of messages to check. But anyway, congratulations, Big Nasty. Thank you, Kentucky Catman. Do you want me to take your name off the wheel for next week while you're on here? All right. I'll do that, Kentucky. Will anybody want to volunteer to take Kentucky's? All right. What's up, Antique Catfishing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. We got quite a few new people. Please join us in next week, too. We do a prize wheel, but it's a DIY prize wheel for all y'all that just showing up that don't know nothing about it. Big Nasty just won the prize wheel. Mr. Kentucky Catman was on the prize wheel. Big Nasty hit it tonight. So does anybody want to step up for the DIY and take Kentucky Catman's spot on the prize wheel? Been getting warm, about to break out a sweat. Oh, if anybody does, y'all can send me a PM or add it to the John Fanley. You'd like to put your name on the prize wheel. You got a DIY project you do that you would be willing to mail out to a winner? C Dubs, what's going on, lady? Come on in the house. Hadn't seen you in a while. How you been doing? John. This is the DIY prize wheel, so that's why I'm asking. Each person that's on the prize wheel actually does DIYs, and that's the prize. When somebody hits, then we mail out. Tomorrow I got 4 bombers mailing out tomorrow. Then I got 2 more to make that PD's going to win, that I'll be mailing out to him. PD, please text me your address, buddy, please. And I'll try to get these made sometime tomorrow and get them in the mail. All right, PD. John, you in here? Where'd you go, John? Hello. But if anybody else wants to be put on the list for next month on the prize wheel, we're going to change up a little bit. Justin's been hit a couple times. PD's been hit one. Jim's been hit once. I'm going to stay on the prize wheel because there's some other stuff. I'm asking, do you do DIYs? This is a DIY prize that we each make a prize. I mean a DIY project, and we're willing to mail out that to whomever the winner is. And that's why I was asking, is it a DIY product that you're willing to add to the prize wheel? If it is, we will add your name to it. And so please let me know yes or no if it is what I call a DIY. And I mean, I've had some people ask me about like using demon dragons or using other products or something like that. And I say no if it's just that product itself. But if you're willing to set up, that's up to you, John. That is totally up to you. Like Kentucky, he makes homemade knives, handmade knives. That's what he is sending out to Big Nasty. I make some different kind of bobbers. We got other guys that make drifting weights, and it's a variety of different things that people make that is for the catfish community. And I usually make planer boards. I haven't got it down to a science good enough that I'm actually wanting to give any away, but it's just DIY fishing stuff. That's it. It's DIY fishing stuff. So, and that's what it's all about, is just trying to. PD makes a couple. I don't understand what you're asking, John. I don't really understand what you're asking. I'm sorry, but I really don't understand. Anybody in there understand what he's saying? I can't understand what exactly he's saying. I'm sorry. Sorry, John, I don't understand what you're saying, buddy. I really don't. We gotta leave it in the message. Y'all think about it. If y'all want to do something, please let me know. It's time to shut this thing down. I know some guys getting ready for bed. You got to work tomorrow. Might have to work tonight. I don't know. That being said, we're gonna say God bless America, and God bless each and every one of you. And John, you can leave a message down underneath after this video goes off. See you later, Big Nasty. Now, see, there you go. Then, John, you can do that. That if you make your own weights, that's cool. Then yes, we'll put you on the prize wheel if you make them yourself. Now, let me write you down. And then Kentucky will work you in there too, buddy. John Finley. John Finley, prize wheel. All right, John, we got you wrote down, buddy. All right, yeah, just if we hit your name, you just have to let them know, or they'll let you know what they fish with, or whatever, and you can do it, and we'll set them up. They might hit you, they might not. It took Kentucky a while. He finally had to just volunteer. But like I said, guys, God bless America. Don't forget what it's all about. Make sure you thank a veteran, shake his hand. God bless each and every one of you and your families, guys and gals. We had a couple ladies join us in here tonight, and I thank you for it. With that being said,